The brand new Intense Instant Crush by Mancera is here. We all know about the original Instant Crush. It was a huge hype. Everybody was talking about it, and it became such a fan favorite in a short amount of time. Well, in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be talking to you about this brand new 2025 release by Pierre Montal. This one is called Intense Instant Crush. The sugar, the caramel, the rose, the patchouli, the sandalwood, the saffron, the leather. This is such an interesting blend. I'm also going to let you in on a very special giveaway opportunity in today's Cephalabon contributor video. This way, you know if you can take home a bottle of this fragrance courtesy of Twisted Lily. Thank you so much for the opportunity. But of course, before I dive into the video and I give you the specifics, I do want to start things off by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really, really mean a lot to me. I appreciate it very, very much. So this is a Cephalabon contributor video, which means you have the opportunity to take home a bottle. And this is a very exciting giveaway, and it's very easy to participate in the giveaway. The only thing you have to do is shoot on over to cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. After you click on that link and you become a registered reader on the site, just drop a comment on the article. That's all you have to do. It's very, very simple. Of course, make sure to check back on over to the website on the date that's mentioned in the article, because that's when the winner is going to be announced. So you're not going to get emailed or messaged or anything like that. Make sure to check the website. So if your name is selected, that means you won. Congratulations. You can take home a bottle of Instant Crush, or Intense Instant Crush, I should say. Now, they've done this a few times before. They've done this with red tobacco. They've done this with Cedra Boise. So when there's a popular fragrance from the brand Mancera, they release a stronger, more concentrated version of it. That is certainly the case with Intense Instant Crush. Now, this is one that went hyper viral because I think there's a lot of demand, even nowadays, for that spicy, sweet DNA. And of course, there's so many other fragrances on the market. I can provide you with an entire litany of selections, but I'd rather not in the interest of time. But of course, this one has the leather, it has the saffron, there's rose, it's exotic, there's sandalwood, it's spicy. You also have the salted caramel accord in the heart. So it strikes a nice balance of being sweet, spicy, warm, rich, also smelling very exotic. Definitely catering to Eastern sentiments, I think, just because of how heavy it is. I think as far as Western sentiments are concerned, there's still a lot of people within my close circle who prefer to either not wear any fragrance at all, which is a crime. That's blasphemy. Or they want to wear something very light, very fresh. This is not it. I'm sorry to inform you of that. This is a very heavy, gregarious, outgoing, very powerful fragrance. This one is so rich, it conveys authority. It's super, super spicy. I mean, so here's the thing, right? Leather is saffron or saffronol. So whenever you see leather in a perfume, it's an accord of different ingredients, but saffron is one of those main ingredients that's used in the synthesis of a leather accord. So this one is going to be very spicy. If you're familiar with the smell of leather, it goes without saying that yeah, you're going to get a lot of that in this fragrance, the saffron, the leather. But you also have the rose, which, thank goodness, is not too heavy-handed in this fragrance. And I say that because Mancera and the sister brand Montal have a lot of oud rose fragrances, red oud, black oud, oud cuir d'Arabie, you know, white oud. I can go on and on and on. And all of these have rose, 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 oud, 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 oud. I got so bored of it, I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm so happy that now there's this healthy deviation from that trend. And it's like, okay, there's so many other olfactive profiles that we can explore. Let's just kind of stay away from that for a while. So thank goodness, right? So it's spicy, there's rose, there's sandalwood, it's creamy, it's rich, it's exotic. You also have this caramel thing happening in here. And I personally found that with the original, there was a lot of ethyl maltol, kind of giving it like this cotton candy nuance. Here, the sweetness is denser. It's richer. So it's spicier and it's sweeter than the original, in my opinion. right? In my opinion, Intense Instant Crush is spicier and sweeter than the original. So this is great for the evenings. This is great if you want to come across smelling a bit mysterious. This is great if you want your scent to say, you got to figure me out, right? Like, I'm not going to give myself up that easily in terms of making myself known of what I'm all about, what my preferences are, who I am. Like, you want to retain a little bit of that mystery. You want people to try to decode or decipher you. That's what this fragrance is for. This is not a very fresh, like, hey, I like to go to the gym, I like to smell like citrus. No. But it's also not, hey, look, I'm so playful and flirtatious, I like to smell like bubblegum and cotton candy. Not at all. This is very mysterious, right? Like, look, I know a thing or two about my fragrances. I know what I like to wear. I'm very in tune with who I am and what my proclivities and propensities are. This is the type of fragrance that defines me. This is a beautiful, spicy, warm, rich, sweet caramel, rose, woodsy type of a scent with an undertone of leather. It is beautifully, beautifully done. I am going to have to be honest with you, though. This is one of the fragrances that I would personally have to be in the mood to wear. So it's not necessarily something that I would wear every single day. This is not signature scent worthy for me. It's not. You will not catch me wearing this every single day. And I'm also going to add to that, I am far more likely to wear this in the fall and winter, just because, my God, even popping off this test strip here, this is super strong. And that's the motif among Mancera and Montal fragrances, is they're all going to give you like 10 plus hours. They're so rich, they're so strongly concentrated. But the thing is, if you're into these types of DNAs, you're going to love this one. And I really hope that you have a chance to try it soon. It is available at Twisted Lily. You can sample it. Good news. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment, where first we're going to talk about the uniqueness in the overall smell. I mean, it is very closely modeled after the original Intense. I was almost going to say Intense Cafe, but there's another one that I think they've come out with a few flankers, right? They have the Ristretto, they have the original Instant Crush, same initials, Intense Cafe, Instant Crush, IC. So this one is Intense Instant Crush, and it does smell kind of similar to the original, but it's sweeter and it's spicier. Longevity is 10 plus hours, probably 12 plus hours if I'm being honest with you. Projection on this one, it's loud, especially if you're wearing it in the hot weather, like especially if you're working up a bit of a sweat. This one is really going to jump up off your skin. It is crazy. As far as the versatility is concerned, yeah, colder weather, perfectly unisex, great for the evenings. And I think it's more of like a dressed up, sophisticated scent, quite serious. It's not very like outgoing, everyday, daily driver, Swiss Army knife, casual. And then as far as the presentation for this one is concerned, gorgeous presentation. The distribution on the atomizer is also very good, pressurized. My final verdict on this fragrance is, if you're looking for something spicy, sweet, sultry, mysterious, outgoing, super gregarious, Intense Instant Crush by Mancera is the way to go. Hey, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for watching this video. That was my review of Intense Instant Crush. Once again, you do have the opportunity to take home a bottle if you go on over to ceflaban.com, first link down below in the description box. Make sure to participate in the giveaway. Best of luck, and a very special thank you once again to Twisted Lily for allowing this to happen. Thank you so much for joining me. If you took anything of value from today's episode, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.